Good evening, everyone. I am Vikram Mani from SYENTC, ready to host the second activity of the page portal, that is the pre-topic talk. In this, a person who has chosen the topic previously has to speak upon it for around 2 minutes. So, firstly, for starting this activity, I would like to call upon Pranav Ruikar.
Hello, everybody. I am Pranav Vikar. So today I'm going to be talking about a very interesting topic, generation gap. So let's start. Life faces us with a magnitude of problems, and when we are facing one of these problems, interestingly, the first people to know about these problems are our friends and not our parents. So why is it that the people that care more about us, our parents, we are hesitant to talk about or rather converse about our problems with them freely? The reason can be traced to generation gap, or we can say that there is a generation gap between us and our parents. So what is this generation gap? To understand it, first understand what a generation is. Generation is basically a group of people living together, or and they were born at the same time. So we are one generation, our parents are one generation, our grandparents are other generation, so on and so forth, and this cycle keeps on continuing. And the difference of opinion between these generations regarding their beliefs, ideas, and values is what we can call a generation gap. And this gap creates a lack of understanding. So why is it now the question arises, why is it uh, that this generation gap exists? Why was it created and how was it created? uh, each generation, the answer can be traced to progress. There's a famous quote by Greek philosopher Heraclitus, who says that change is the only constant. So as we move through time, the only thing that has remained constant is change. We have progressed through time, and each point of time, each generation has their own ideas of beliefs or own set of beliefs. And as we move through time, this changes or keeps on. We keep on improving upon them, and this improvement is this improvement is what creates a difference of opinions. And these opinions difference of opinions what creates lack of understanding, and this lack of understanding is what we call generation gap. So now this makes us think, should this gap exist, or it is completely unnecessary that we have the generation gap? So I like to put it this way: generation gap has far more virtues than it has vices. Now, this opinion may baffle many of us, or you may think that if this generation gap is what creates a difference of opinion between me and our parents, why does it exist? To answer this question, I like to go deeply into the idea of progress. How does progress happen? Progress happens when our previous generation gives us with set of ideas, beliefs, and opinions, and when we improve upon these opinions, we create a different set of ideas and beliefs. And this cycle of creating different and improved set of ideas keeps on moving through generation to generation. So each generation has their own set of ideas, and they tend to hold these ideas throughout their life. And since they hold one set of ideas, other generation holds another set of ideas. uh, we create generation gap. And this generation gap is rather positive, since we have improved upon the previous generation's ideas, and this ideas has created progress. So now this tendency of improving upon previous generations ideas makes me wonder, will we ever reach to a point in the future where we will stop there will be a point of saturation in progress, and our generation gap will no longer exist? Or rather, in the future, will we keep on progressing with so far rapid pace that our generation gap will keep on widening, and we'll keep on progressing with uh, great amount of length? Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav, for enlightening us with your views regarding the generation gap. Next, I would like to call Chaitanya Varvekar.
Hello everyone, my name is Chaitanya Pramod Walekar and I am going to speak about India's focus on the health sector. We can differentiate the health sector in two parts, public and private. Public health care is free for every Indian resident. Middle and upper class individuals living are use public health care less than those with the lower standard of living. Additionally, women and the elderly are more likely to use the public health care. On the other hand, there is a private sector. Since 2005, most of the healthcare capacity added has been in the private sector or in the partnership with the private sector. Costs of the private sector are only increasing. Private healthcare providers in India typically offer high quality treatment at unreasonable cost as there is no regularity or authority to check for medical malpractices. Beyond of this, India is considering to set up a national e-health authority for standardization, storage, and exchange of electronic health records of patient as a part of government's Digital India program. The authority to set up by an act of parliament will work on integration of multiple health IT systems in a way that ensures security, confidentiality, and privacy of patient data. A centralized electronic health record repository of all citizens, which is ultimate goal of the authority, will ensure that the health history and the status of all patients will always be available to all health institutions. The government of India has a 12th plan to expand a national rural health mission to the entire country, known as National Health Mission. Community-based health insurance can assist in providing services to areas with disadvantaged populations. Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is an initiative to ensure health coverage for the poor and weaker population of India. This initiative is part of the government's view to ensure its citizens, particularly the poor and weaker groups, have access to healthcare and good quality of hospital services without facing any financial difficulty. At last, I would like to say health is a state of complete mental, social, and physical well being, not merely the absence of disease and infirmity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chaitanya, for educating us about the health sector. Next, I would like to call Rana Mati.
Hello everyone, my name is Ranmati. I am going to important topic without phone. Life has become very dependent on the phone. People can't go out without it, and if they forget it at home, they feel as if they have left some important part of themselves at home. It is true to say that the phone, and especially the smartphone, has turned into an extension of the human body. Young people can hardly imagine how the word before a phone was this was a small instrument has become such an integral part of their lives, and they cannot imagine the life without phone. Actually, people all ages cannot be spent time without it. How was life before the age of smartphone? People alive and excited, they were more aware of what was happening around them, unlike people today who divide their attention between the screen of the phone and world around them. You will have a more productive day if we forget about your phone. The phone is a distraction. It is banned in some workplaces because employers want to be to be productive. They want employees to focus on their tasks and complete them quickly. The phone is a distraction that hinders productivity. Thank you so much. Next.
Thank you, Rana. It was delightful to hear your views about the smartphone. Next, I would like to call Harshvardhan Metkari.
Hello friends, my name is Harshvardhan Satish Metkari and my today's topic of speech is internet. We all know that internet is important tool in today's era. Internet, a word known by every human across the world. It is most used thing in this modern period. Actually, internet stands for intercommunicated network. It is a network system that connects computers, mobiles, laptops worldwide. Internet has a countless advantages for us. Communication is one of the advantages of internet. People can get connected with each other through many online platforms. It takes only a second to send a text, a photo, or any information to anyone anywhere through this world. For education, the purpose of internet is also very useful. Students can learn many things through internet. They can carry out their project work, online studies, and any information related to curriculum, exam, and results, etc. Internet keeps us updated every minute about what happening in this world, where the newspaper provides news after some hour. It also helps us for a flight booking, online payments, etc. Many people have got employment opportunities with help of internet. Online jobs of blogging, freelancing, data entry, website designing, etc. are being done by the people sitting at home. Internet have a lot of advantages, but a lot of disadvantages also. First of all, a person spends too much time in front of a laptop, computer, or a mobile and may fall ill. It may damage his or her eyesight. It has been observed that students are dominant users of internet and it is impacting their studies and psychological health too. In conclusion, anything in this world uh, is neither completely good or not bad. The, the same goes for the internet technology. If we can use internet in the proper way, then we can learn many things from it and we can use it for our good. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshvardhan, for sharing your views about internet. Next, I would like to call Shardul Gupte.
Hello everyone, my name is Shardul Shailesh Gupte. Today I am going to talk about e-waste management. Firstly, we will see what is the e-waste. Basically, e-waste is the waste that is formed by the disposal of electronic devices. In this electronically advanced world with very fast changing technology, electronic goods are discarded every 2 years. Electronic goods includes mobiles, laptops, tablets, computers, TVs, refrigerators, etc. With new technology, the old models are replaced by the new models. Many times, if equipment is not working properly, it is seen that more convenient way is to purchasing new model instead of repairing it. The reason behind this is cost of repairing as well as parts of cost of parts is very costly. Now we will see what are the problems of e-waste. The components used in the electronics such as lead, beryllium, cadmium, etc. are health hazardous when left unexposed. The workers at the waste site and the neighboring areas and the residents can be exposed radiation from these materials. Apart from radiation, there are other health risks to being in close with these components from this waste. Another problem of the e-waste is it's occupying more space. Now we will see solution of e-waste. The only possible solution is recycling of the waste. If the appliance is entirely damaged, then the raw materials such as metals can be recycled. For example, the copper wires from the cables can be extracted for remolding into wire. Advantages of recycling is the natural reservoirs are conserved and the extraction of metals will cut down the necessity of mining them. The reuse and recycle will reduce the exposure to the hazardous components like cadmium, beryllium, lead, etc. Also, the emission of the gases while manufacturing them also reduce. Hence, each of us must be committed to the cutting down the waste and use, reuse, and the recycling all the e-waste. Thank you.
Thank you, Shardul, for sharing your immense knowledge about the e-waste. Next, I would like to call Sanket Mari.
Hello everyone, I am Sanket Ramai. Today, today in this activity of TPO, I chosen the topic plastic pollution. Plastic has very seriously impacted the health and life of human beings. Several events have been drawn the attention of the whole world and placed a question mark on the use of the plastic in everyday life. Plastic is non-degradable material. It does not completely mix up with natural elements, unlike degradable materials like food, clothes, paper, etc. Hence, it is finished in nature for longer time than other materials. India generates around 9 million tons of plastic waste annually. So it is so sad to know that 40% of the total waste generated is not even collected from the source. Most of the plastic waste generated in single-use plastic, which is discarded by the people with manual use of it. Plastic can be broadly divided into microplastics and macroplastics. Microplastics are similar in the particular size with less than 5 millimeters. They include microbeads that are used in the making cosmetics, personal hygiene products, industries, and microfibers, which is used for sanitization. On the other hand, microplastics are particularly with more than 5 millimeters. Comparatively, microplastic causes more damage as they are easily transferred from one thero- therapeutic level to another therapeutic level. According to the Central Pollution Control Board in India, we generate around 26,000 tons of all types of plastics every day, and half of it's not even collected from the source. The choke in drainage get eaten by the animals, enter the water resources, and polluted the environment. On an average, every Indian consumes 11 kgs of plastics every day. True, it is 10 times less than the USA. As India has more population, this seems to generate a lot of waste comparatively. Here are several steps we should take to reduce the tide of harmful and non-granular waste so that our world will not be overtaken by it. So first of all, use of plastic paper, canvas, and other healthy fibers containers placed products. Using bags of wax paper, cloths, napkins, or reusable sandwich boxes. Second is using bottles and cans of glass only. We need to knowledge that we only have one planet which we are supposed to pass down our future generation. It is our responsibility to keep it safe and clean. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanket, for sharing your knowledge about plastic waste. Next, I would like to call Prathamesh Mani.
Hello everyone, my name is Prathamesh Sadashivani. I am from the second year Electronics and Telecommunication branch. Today I am give information on the topic which is tourism in India. Tourism is the one of the world fastest growing sector in worldwide. It is critical it is a critical to a country's economical growth. India is the Asia's most popular tourist destination. India bounded in the north by the Himalayan mountains and surrounded on the three sides by water, has diverse variety of places to visit and things to do. India is the breathtaking country because of its enchanting backwaters, hill stations, and deserts. They draw visitors from all around the world. Many large cities in India have beautiful world-class skyscrapers. Our country is home of the magnificent Taj Mahal, the Himalayan trees, Royal Bengal tigers, and so a lot of temples, the Kashi Vishwanath temple, India Gate, and Qutub Minar, and many more. Other Other famous tourist destinations in India include Srinagar, Goa, Mahabaleshwar, Pune, Shimla, Manali, Kashmir, and Ooty, Varanasi, Gangatek, and also Kanyakumari, Kerala, Leh Ladakh, and many more. Tourism in India now sponsored by Tourism Department of international and domestic basis with the support of several.
Thank you, Prathamesh. It was great to listen about the tourism of India. Next, I would like to call Atharva Bhinde.
Hello everyone, I'm Atharva Bende, and the topic I have chosen today is digital privacy. So, as the competition among the company rises to provide the best product, and rather than product, they provide the best advertisement, our privacy is being compromised with. As we search about the products and their details and their reviews on internet, the websites which provide us the details contain some cookies. We accept all those cookies. They may contain our information such as our addresses, our PC information, and our email address, and many other things. This information, these cookies, is being sold out for profit by those websites. As we know, today the companies send us various advertisement that we have searched on internet a couple of days ago or a days ago. They all are tracing our searches and they are putting up their advertisement as per it. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. The deeper we go, the dirtier it gets. And the most scary part is these are not the only things that our privacy is compromised with. There are many things that don't even need our permission, such as phishing attacks, which can take like the access of our camera or even our messages. So they can put up messages and turn on our camera at any instant that they want. This can really compromise our privacy. And the fun fact is, while I was searching for my research, I received a message from Ministry of Home Affairs asking me to follow their Twitter handle for knowing more about these topics. And we all know what we search on internet. So the government might have access to all our searches on the internet. So be careful, guys. The most thing you want to do is decline all those cookies and avoid third-party applications. Thank you.
Thank you, Atharva. It was something different to hear about the digital privacy from you. Now, next, I would like to call Mayur Doke.
Myself, Mayur Doke. In this today's TPU activity, my topic is online education. So, what is online education? Online education is electronically supported learning that really is on the internet for teacher and student interaction and the distribution of the class material. From the simple definition comes an almost infinite number of ways to teach and learn outside of the traditional classroom and away from college campuses. Online education is suitable for those who cannot visit classroom or attend in person. or obtain a traditional education method for one reason or the other. Since last 22 months, we all have also acquired an experience on online education due to the COVID crisis. The online education experience provides a much more manageable schedule. Basically, the advantages of online education are it enables us to learn from various mentors and teachers in different areas, including our knowledge or perspectives. In it reduces nervousness among students as many are able to communicate more through online education than regular classes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mayur, for sharing your views. Now, it's all done for today, and it was delightful to uh, keep this meeting, and really enjoyed a lot by hearing your views regarding various topics. So thank you once again. Jai Hind.